Sometimes the strongest people are the ones who feel the most alone. There is a kind of loneliness that almost no one notices, because on the outside, it doesn't look like loneliness. It looks like competence, like calm in the middle of chaos, like the person everyone calls when things fall apart. You're the one who listens, who reassures, who finds solutions when everyone else feels overwhelmed. People describe you as resilient, reliable, the strong one. But here's the quiet truth many people never talk about. Being the strong one can become a lonely role, because when everyone depends on you, who notices when you're struggling? When you're the person who always holds everything together, people begin to assume you don't need help, not because they don't care, but because you've taught them that you can handle everything. And slowly, something subtle begins to happen. Your strength becomes an identity. The reliable friend, the emotionally intelligent partner, the sibling who handles every crisis. You become the person others lean on when their world cracks open. At first, it feels meaningful. Your strength helps people. Your stability creates safety. But over time, that identity can quietly turn into a kind of prison. Because once people see you as a rock, it becomes harder to show them your cracks. So you begin to edit yourself. You say, "I'm fine," even when your chest feels heavy. You minimize your struggles because other people seem to have bigger problems. You handle your emotions alone, so you don't burden anyone. And slowly, people stop asking how you're really doing, not out of indifference, but because you've trained them to believe you don't need support. Your strength becomes convincing. For many people, this role started early. Maybe you were the child who sensed tension in the room before anyone spoke. The one who tried to keep peace between adults. The one who learned that being responsible and easy to manage earned approval. You discovered something important very early. Your strength was useful, and usefulness started to feel like love. So you adapted. You became emotionally self-sufficient. You learned how to solve your own problems, how to calm your own anxiety, how to carry disappointment quietly. And the world rewarded you for it. People trust you, depend on you, respect you. But here's the part nobody talks about. Resilience without support eventually becomes exhaustion. There is a particular fatigue that comes from always being the emotional container. You absorb other people's worries, their heartbreak, their confusion. You listen for hours. You stabilize the room. You translate fear into reassurance. But where does your storm go? Often it goes inward. It becomes sleepless nights. A quiet heaviness you struggle to explain. You might sit in a room full of people who care about you and still feel deeply alone. Because love that only flows in one direction eventually starts to feel empty. You are valued for your strength, but not always seen in your vulnerability. Admired, but not deeply known. And there's an interesting irony here. The strong one is often the most emotionally aware person in the room. You notice subtle shifts in tone. You read expressions. You sense when someone is hurting before they say a word. But that same awareness makes you notice something else. Your own unmet needs. You notice when no one asks how you're really doing. You notice how quickly people accept your, "I'll handle it." And over time, you may start believing something dangerous, that your struggles are less important, that you should be able to handle more than everyone else. So you keep carrying everything quietly. The world applauds your strength. But inside, something slowly wears down. The strong one rarely explodes. They erode, slowly, quietly, invisibly. Sometimes the body begins to speak for the emotions you've been holding back. Tight shoulders, constant fatigue, emotional numbness. Not a dramatic collapse, just a gradual dimming. And beneath all of this, there is often a quiet fear. If I stop being the strong one, will people still love me? If you show the messy parts of yourself, the insecurity, the confusion, the moments when you feel lost, will people still stay? So you protect them from your vulnerability. And in doing that, you also protect yourself from possible rejection. But protection has a cost. When no one sees your fragile side, you start to feel invisible in a deeper way. People know what you can do, but they don't always know what you feel. And sometimes a quiet thought appears. No one really knows how tired I am. The exhaustion isn't only physical. It comes from constantly being composed, from translating your pain into something manageable for others. Sometimes you spend so long supporting everyone else that you stopped asking what you need. You became attentive to everyone around you, but disconnected from yourself. The truth is, strength and vulnerability were never meant to be opposites. Real strength is not the absence of need. It's the courage to admit it. Real resilience is not silent suffering. It's allowing yourself to be supported. Your reliability has helped people survive difficult moments. Your stability has been a gift. But you are not a structure. You are a human being. You deserve someone who asks how you're doing and waits for the real answer. Someone who notices the slight crack in your voice. Someone who reminds you that you don't have to earn care through competence. Letting go of the strong one, identity can feel frightening because it means allowing others to see you uncertain, overwhelmed, human, but it also creates something powerful because when you stop hiding your weight, people finally have the chance to help carry it. Being strong doesn't have to mean being alone. You can be resilient and still honest, reliable and still vulnerable. The moment you allow yourself to say something simple and real, I need support too, that's when the prison door begins to open. Because strength that includes vulnerability is not weaker, it's freer. So here's something worth reflecting on. If you stop being the strong one for just a moment, who would you be and who would still stay? Subscribe for emotional clarity.